Well, no better place than this to start recording some more footage for you. Clearly a railway bed or a dismantled railway line. It's fair to say that the next section of this walk is going to be flat, maybe a slight little incline or descent here and there, but we can pretty much say it's going to be flat for the foreseeable future. So, for those who want to know, for those who don't, and for the railway enthusiasts, let me tell you a little bit more about the Richmond railway line. We'll just let these people pass. Again, good to see loads of people out and about today. So we'll have a little look up and down the line. So behind me, going that way, is heading back towards Richmond, and then heading back that way, we're heading away from Richmond towards Catterick Village, Catterick Camp, or Catterick Bridge as it was known. In fact, there's plenty of people out and about today. How are we doing? You alright? Good. Oh yeah. So, always be kind. Takes no time at all to say hello, does it? So, 1846, the railway was built, GNER, Great North of England Railway. And sadly, the last train rolled out of Richmond Station in 1969, March 1969. Not the month, but the year that I was born, 1969. So in that infamous year, a legacy, a lifeline between communities was unfortunately shut down, and another interesting journey started. Me. It's a beautiful house just through the woods here. Let me see if I can show you. Have a little look. Isn't that beautiful? What a location. And another fantastic property just located up there as well. So, in 1969, March 1969, the last train rolled out of Richmond Station. And the branch line was closed as part of the Beeching closures, or the Beeching cuts. And Dr. Beeching became known as the Grim Reaper of the railways. He was damned if he did, damned if he didn't, really, which was a real shame. Oh yeah. Dr. Beeching was nothing more than a civil servant who was commissioned or given the task of figuring out which branch lines were profitable and which were not profitable. And they conducted a number of tests and sensors to find out which branch lines could be closed and which could be saved. And it was all to do with saving money, I believe, after the war. And thousands and thousands of miles of railway track all over the UK was pulled up, and communities were cut off. There was outrage. And if you explore around the country, you will find disused or dismantled railways everywhere, and this sadly is one of them. So 1969 saw the end of the Richmond railway line, and that was when the last train rolled out, and by 1970 there wasn't really much left to see. Good to see people out running though. So along the route here you can still see evidence of the railway line. As it crosses the River Swale. Hey. As I said previously, the line was used For passenger services, it was used for freight, and it was also used by the military. We're not a million miles from Catterick Garrison and various other army bases around here. And for a while, the railway line was used to transport troops up and down. There was also a terrible accident on the line as the railway line was being used to... Oh yeah. The line was being used to transport ammunition, and the train ran away at Catterick Bridge and crashed. And you can imagine that the explosion was pretty spectacular, but sadly quite a few people lost their lives. Soldiers and members of the public lost their lives. But it's good to say it served its purpose over the years. It's been connecting communities and keeping communities alive for many, many years. Would be nice to see some of the old railway lines put back to good use. Oh yeah. So this is a useful place to stop. You can see we've got a couple of options when we get here. So clearly marked back to Richmond, Easby Abbey and Catterick Garrison. So we're just about 1.5 miles from Catterick Garrison, 3/4 of a mile from Richmond and 1/2 mile from Easby. So we're going to head across here. Beautiful. And again you can see part of the coast to coast as well, just behind me there. Part of the coast to coast long distance footpath. It's peaceful down here, really peaceful. So what we're going to do is we're going to head on down to Easby Abbey. We're going to check out what's going on down there, and then we're going to turntable our way back and wrap this one up for the day. So I'll see you all when we get to Easby Abbey. Won't be long, about 10-15 minutes I guess. See you all soon.